Well, let's kick off the second tournament with our first run of the evening. It's Jason DeWorst. He is a rookie on this course, his first time on a brand new obstacle, and he's down, can't make the dismount off the rope, and he's the first competitor eliminated by this brand new first stage. And next up we have Epic Minecraft, another rookie. A very talented field this time around. Let's see if he can be the first to complete this brand new first obstacle, replacing the shrinking steps from last time. A 90-second time limit on the first stage, so you definitely don't want to go too slow, and he's down on just the first obstacle.
Howdy y'all, I'm Rising and I'll be your primary host this tournament, although we might get to hear from some other voices along the way. This time around, we saw 100 brave challengers stake their claim to the title, but a fully redesigned course along with a brand new never-seen-before final stage stands in their way, along with what might be the toughest version of the course yet and the best competitor field yet to face it. With that said, let's get down to the action with the first stage.
This first stage consists of 8 brutal obstacles, including new obstacles such as the floating steps, rope reverse, the ever so tricky Tarzan ropes, and the dragon glider. These obstacles must be completed within a time limit of 90 seconds. Complete the stage and you advance. Any slip-ups may result in elimination. Anyways, let's go back down to the course.
Well, let's get into our next run. It's Hayden Plays Roblox 29. Seems to be representing the United States of America with the red, white, and blue flag and red, white, and blue hair. Let's see if he can make it through the first obstacle. Yes, and the first this evening to take on the balance ball, a variation of rolling boulder from other competitions. Let's see if he can make it through. Seems to be struggling to make this dismount, and he has to roll it back to the edge to make the dismount. And now into the broken bridge, and he's right through. Rope reverse, an unseen obstacle, brand new, replacing the spider pipes from last time around. And no! Down on the fourth obstacle of this first stage, and another competitor down on this brutal first stage. Well, next up we have Foamy Squishy Quack 3. It says to subscribe to Rising. Oh, you don't have to do that. That's not required. Anyways, let's see how he'll do on this first stage. We've seen 3 attempts and no clears so far, and a very awkward technique. Didn't even try and gain any swing off the rope, and definitely gonna be his downfall. Well, next we have Ale de Awesome 322. Starting on floating steps, which has been brutal so far today. 3 for 4 competitors have been eliminated, but Ali the Awesome makes it through and is now into the balance ball. Hayden struggled on this one. Can he figure out this dismount? Seems to be struggling, but gets onto the edge, and now in a broken bridge. And he's through that and into rope reverse. Hayden failed this earlier. Can he make his way through? Yes! Gets onto the edge and just barely gets through the obstacle and now is into the double swing. This one has been brutal. And no! And he's down on the 5th obstacle. Next we have Epic Oliver 318 stating that Thanos is edible. Now that Now that, sir, I am not sure about. But anyways, let's see if his statement is correct as he makes his way through this first stage. Seems to have a decent strategy on the first obstacle. Misses the regen for the balanced ball. But anyways, he is making it through. Definitely seems to be doing well, and now into the broken bridge. Not going quickly here. And no! And a slip up on broken bridge, and he's down on this first stage. Well, let's get right into our next run. It's Armaggio 1119. And they're making their way through the balance ball as well, and gets the dismount into broken bridge, going very quickly, and a perfect strategy through the obstacle. And we now have rope reverse. And let's see. Oh, lagging a lot, and an awkward dismount, and misses the platform. Makoto Nagano, 2008, is our 8th competitor of the evening, and let's see how he'll do on this first stage. So far, nobody's been able to complete the course, and everyone has really struggled on the floating steps and rope reverse so far this evening. Let's see if Makoto Nagano, 2008, can be the first to break through. Struggling on the rope, and he misses the dismount. And another competitor out on the first obstacle. Nice Cat 920 is our 9th competitor. A cat seems, well, at least in the real world, afraid of water. Let's see if that's some sort of motivation for him to do better on this course. But I guess we're gonna have to find out. Makes it through the first obstacle. Only a select few have been able to do that so far. So definitely proving that he has what it takes to make it through this first stage. But not jumping on balance ball, and no! A very awkward strategy. Definitely not advised.
Well, without further ado, let's move on to our 10th competitor of the day. It's Bowling Ninja, who competed last time going down on the angle climb, if I recall correctly. Let's see how he can do this time. Third obstacle, much easier than last time, although he seems to be pausing on the platform after the first obstacle. Now into the balance ball. We just saw a Nice Cat fail this, but Bowling has a great strategy and moves through very quickly. This obstacle took out Epic Oliver, but he's right through. Bowling now on rope reverse. He failed this once in a mini. Can he do it today? Yes, he can. Tarzan ropes is the mark to beat currently. Nobody has made the transition from the first to second rope. Doesn't seem like he's very confident, though, heading into the obstacle. Let's see if he can make it, and he gets it! Come on, just needs to dismount, and he is through! Pausing again and onto the warped wall. Time is of the essence, though. He needs to pick up the pace, as this course can be relentless time-wise. He's only got about 15 seconds. Klaxon now sounding. Can he do it? Bowling just one obstacle away. And yes! Bowling Ninja is going to be our first clear of the tournament. And Bowling Ninja makes it all the way through stage 1 with a few seconds to spare. Let's take a look at that replay. Well, as you can see, he knew exactly how to handle the rope on the first obstacle and through rope reverse. Took a few pauses along the way on his journey through the first stage, but he seemed to know exactly what he was doing as he quickly maneuvered between every single obstacle in his path. Hit the button, and he's going to the second stage.
Next we have a Sprite Cranberry, who seems to be a month behind the trend. It is January when this is being taped, not December. But either way, here he goes on floating steps, and he's down on the dismount. Another competitor down on the first obstacle that has proved to be very difficult and menacing this time around, and shows it once again. CRK Techmaster, the master of technology, and he's about to take on the toughest course so far in this competition. Let's see how he does. Ropes don't have really any technology in them, so let's see if he's good at this. And barely gets through, but he does, which really is all that matters. Now into the balance ball. This course lacking mostly technology, so this is going to be a very tough thing for him. And he, either way, seems to be doing well. And he's now right through the third obstacle and into the rope reverse. This one has given him very tough times in the minis, and he's expressing a lot of fear coming into this obstacle, and barely gets onto the rope, and now needs to gain enough swing to get to the dismount, and he jumps back up onto the start, and he misses the jump to the rope. A strange fail. And next we have Jake the Football 13. A real-life running football. No, you're not Bubba Ace. Wrong guy. Anyways, let's see how he can do. Footballs don't think they can grab ropes, but apparently they can, as he's through the first obstacle and now into the balance ball. That's not the right ball. It's a football, not a balance ball. And down on the second obstacle. Now we have Kyle Shambeg 2, our 14th run of the day, or evening, whatever you want to call it, and he is actually doing decent, making his way through the first obstacle and is now in the balance ball. We just saw Jake the Football come down on this obstacle. Let's see if Kyle Shambeg can do any better! No, and he's down at the exact same obstacle as Jake the Football, 2 in a row for the balance ball. Next we have Optimus Matrix Master, the 15th run of the day. And let's see how he can do on the first stage. Only one competitor has made it through so far, Bowling Ninja, our 10th run. And he is the 15th, and he barely gets that dismount, but he does either way, and he's now in the balance ball. A very difficult obstacle, but he seems to be handling it well. And Optimus is through the second obstacle and now into the broken bridge, and he gets it! Almost overshot one of the bridges, but found a way through and is now into the rope reverse. Only 2 competitors have beaten it, and another one down. Next we have Aswi 34444. He has competed in a lot of Ninja Warrior competitions, so you definitely think he'd have enough experience to do well, and he's through the first obstacle. Seems like our past few runs have not struggled as much on that obstacle as our first few, which still we have a lot of rookies, and he's down on the second obstacle, balance ball. My name is Ken Masters. Is our 17th run of the day. Let's see if he can make his way through this first stage to become the second clear. With wings, don't think you're allowed to fly, but he gets through the first obstacle in a smooth dismount, but now needs to make his way through the balance ball. Only a select few have done it so far, and he makes the dismount in the broken bridge. Can he handle this one with ease? Yes, and he's flying through the course. And now in a rope reverse. Only a few competitors have been able to do it so far, and he gets on the edge of the rope. Come on, get the dismount. Ken Masters trying to make it, struggling, and come on, no! And he can't hang on to the rope, and he goes tumbling down in the water. Now we have 4381TYUDH. A very fun username to pronounce. Trust me, I messed that one up a lot. Anyways, he is struggling on the rope. Can he get it back to its normal position and start the swing? No! and it just starts lagging out on him, and he can't regain control and goes tumbling down. Acrylics is our 19th run of the day, and a very nice avatar, if I do say so myself. Seems like one that'd be in like a pixelated game or some sort, and he's now through the first obstacle and into balance ball. And let's see how he can do on this one. A very difficult obstacle, jumping and making his way through. Yes, and he is through, and Acrylics is now into the rope reverse. This one, still only a few competitors have been able to complete it. A brutal obstacle so far. Can he be one of the few and join that group of a few that have beaten it? Come on! Struggling, wrong swing direction, but he gets it! And he's now going to be taking on the Tarzan ropes, or the double swing, really either way. It's still the same thing. Anyways, let's see how he can do. Only Bowling Ninja has been able to complete this so far. Come on, Acrylics, can he make it? Yes! Oh no! And he got it swinging in the wrong direction. Made the transition to the second rope, but couldn't hang on. Now we have Aussie Funny, a returning competitor from last time around. One of the few regulars that we have on this course this tournament. A lot of rookies this time around, but he is one of the regulars who definitely has a lot of experience when it comes to Roblox Ninja, so let's see if that can help him out on this first stage. Only Bowling Ninja's been able to clear so far. Can he be the second? He's on to rope reverse, which has really been the make or break point so far on this first stage, besides the floating steps, which really is going to be no matter what, because it's the first obstacle, and Aussie Funny down on rope reverse. He just can't make it to the dismount platform. Now we have Knee War Fan. Knee War meaning Ninja Warrior of Roblox, the first Roblox Ninja tournament that I'm aware of, at least, and he seems to be a fan of it, which definitely is not a bad thing. It's a good course, recommend checking it out if you have any time. Anyways, let's see how he'll do on the course, and his spiky hair might get in the way of his view, but he seems to be doing well either way. Balance ball has been tough recently, but he gets through and into the broken bridge. Going slow, we saw this from Epic Oliver, and he overshoots that third bridge. Basically the opposite of Epic Oliver. Instead of undershooting, he overshoots. Well, next up on the course, our 22nd run of the day, we have JPup Rocks 1, who also competed last time around, and actually didn't do that bad, so let's see if he can repeat that, and maybe even do better this time. We have only seen one clear so far, so hopefully we can see a bit better results moving on later this evening, but here goes JPup. He has a lot of experience, as I said. He's run a lot of competitions, which definitely gives him a big edge over a lot of competitors who have little experience on courses, and he's through rope reverse. Only a handful have done that today, and is now into the Tarzan ropes. This is, I'm pretty sure, the exact same obstacle position he failed last time. No! And JPup is down on the Tarzan ropes, a very difficult obstacle. Well, next we have Noxy V, which he looks like a ninja or a samurai or something. That definitely might give him an edge. This is a ninja course after all, so this is his first time running the course. He did not run last time around, so a little less experience than JPup, who we just saw fail the 5th obstacle, Tarzan ropes, which has been absolutely devastating so far today. Only one competitor's been able to make it through in Bowling Ninja, and Noxie is already through the rope reverse. His ninja skills definitely showing off early on this course, but now this is the make or break point. So far, the Tarzan ropes. Can he make this transition to the second? Yes! Just needs to dismount, and Noxie V has completed the Tarzan ropes. Needs to get up the warped wall, struggling, and he somehow gets up in his first try. Now just has to face the final two obstacles in the Dragon Glider and then the Lumberjack climb. He's made it through this. Now just needs to climb up and hit the button. Come on, Noxie, and yes! And he's cleared the first stage, our second competitor to do that tonight. Noxie V, a very nice run. Next we have Ivory Rooks, a dinosaur. That's a little prehistoric, but apparently this course can also hold dinosaurs, so let's see how the prehistoric creature can do on the new course. Apparently not very well, as he goes down on just the first obstacle, floating steps. Cool Kid Joey Jones with a tuxedo, taking on the first stage, our 25th run of the day. Let's see how he can do, as we've seen two competitors complete this first stage so far this afternoon, in Noxie V and Bowling Ninja, both of which have completed the Tarzan ropes, which they're the only two that have done that so far. Seems to be the make or break point. If it's not rope reverse, it's Tarzan ropes. And Cool Kid Joey Jones hoping to make it through that point on the course, because seems if you can complete that, you should be able to clear. And he's currently going a bit slow on Broken Bridge, but he finds his way through, and now has to tackle the rope reverse, which has been very challenging so far this afternoon. We've seen a lot of fails already on this obstacle, and he jumps immediately without even gaining any swing, and he's down on the first stage. Next we have Recess Cup, not to be confused with Reese's Cups, which is a candy. Pretty sure it's chocolate and peanut butter. I don't see how that will affiliate with anything on this course. Let's see if a candy can do well. Apparently he's done better than almost 25% of our field so far just by completing the first obstacle. Balance Ball hasn't been that difficult so far today. Recess Cup has been doing it right and continues that and makes it through. Now into Broken Bridge. Not the most difficult obstacle ever, but now you get a much more challenging obstacle in the rope reverse. And jumps back up to the start and now doesn't regen it and completely misses the rope and goes down on rope reverse. Another fail on the fourth obstacle on this brutal first stage. Next up we have Monona Haisha, who is a dragon, I think. Why don't you just fly across the course? It makes much more sense. And you'll also get the fastest time. But apparently he wants to do it legit, so made it through the floating steps and has done very well in some other competitions. Some notable results such as clearing the first stage in Sasuke Roblox 4 to go down on the fifth obstacle of stage 2, Double Twister. But let's see if Ego can replicate that success this afternoon. Seems to be doing well so far on this first stage, but now the tricky obstacle, the most tough obstacle on this first stage. Oh my goodness! Somehow saves that. Very laggy. This is going to be much more challenging, especially for Ego. Seems to be lagging very harshly on this obstacle. But there we go. Come on. Needs to gain enough swing. No, goes back again. Ego now needs to gain swing and goes for it. No! And Ego reconsidered the jump, but was already in midair and it was too late. Next we have Kenji Darvish, straight from Sasuke, the TV show that basically began the entire ninja series, but down on the first obstacle, really the first jump. Papadoo 90 is our 29th run of the day. Another dragon. Again, just fly off across the course. It makes it so much easier. But anyways, let's see how he can do. Dragons have seemed to do okay today, making it to Tarzan ropes. And rope reverse, but otherwise have struggled immensely on those two obstacles. Let's see if Papadoo will suffer that same fate. A awkward strategy on balance ball and gets the dismount nevertheless, and now is into Broken Bridge. The brutal third obstacle and slips off the final step and goes down on the third obstacle, Broken Bridge. Next we have Leo Ninjago fan. Ninjago, basically a Lego Ninja series. So another ninja competitor, we saw Noxy V use that to his advantage as he made it through the first stage earlier this evening. Let's see how Leo can replicate that success or possibly go down early. On balance ball, doing it absolutely flawlessly. Never mind, has to roll it back a little more, and now makes the dismount, now into Broken Bridge. We've seen a few competitors go down here, but Leo is not going to suffer that fate. And now rope reverse has been one of the toughest obstacles this tournament. Can Leo complete this? And here he goes, trying to beat it, and yes! And another competitor has made it through rope reverse, and now we have another attempt at the Tarzan ropes, which has only been defeated twice this afternoon. Out of 30 competitors, we've only seen 2 competitors complete this. Leo can't do it either. A course out, as he doesn't even hit the water, and that has to hurt. A brutal exit on the 5th obstacle. Next we have Stavafear. He is the creator of his own automated Roblox ninja game. And let's see if he can use that skill to his advantage on this first stage that has really been highlighted by the Tarzan ropes and rope reverse, both requiring very, very immense skill. And it somehow made it through Broken Bridge. I don't know what happened there, but he somehow gets through and is now into rope reverse. We've seen this be brutal today. And Stavafear has made it through and is now into Tarzan ropes. Again, we've seen 2 competitors complete this, and both of which have cleared the first stage. Has a good strategy, gets on the second rope, and nails the dismount. A perfect attempt at the 4th and 5th obstacle, but misses his first attempt on the warped wall. This can be a time waster, but gets up on his second attempt. Now needs to go very quickly. Time is of the essence as he makes his way onto Dragon Glider. And he's through that. Lumberjack Climb is the only obstacle left, and he gets right up it. And Stavafear, our 3rd clear of the night. And Stavafear uses that skill of building to his advantage, and he makes it through this brutal first stage, the 3rd to complete Tarzan ropes, and the 3rd to clear. Next we have Audi Car Mega. This brand of car is definitely very fast and quick, so let's see if he can use that to his advantage and become one of the fastest competitors on this course, but he misses the regen on the 2nd obstacle and seems to be going a bit slow. He's gonna need to make up some time on the 4th and 5th obstacle, which have been the toughest, and definitely struggling very immensely on this 2nd obstacle, and is taking up so much time, and we're gonna have to see if he can make up a lot of time on the 4th and 5th obstacle, which have been brutal so far. Audi car needs to make this jump, and he's going slow here. Got it swinging in the wrong direction. Can he save it? No! And Audi car Mega is down on the 4th obstacle, rope reverse, and definitely doesn't seem too happy about that. Next we have hand over some Robux. Don't think I'll be handing you any Robux unless you complete all 4 stages, and then you might get the 2,000 Robux prize. But otherwise, I don't think I need to give you any Robux. Let's see if he can complete all 4 stages, though. Handover competed last time around and failed early on in the first stage. But let's see if he can do better this time. And he seems to be doing much better, as he's making it much further into this first stage. Now, rope reverse has been tough today. Can he make his way through the obstacle? Handover seems to be going a bit slow, and he gets a nice swing there, and is now into Tarzan ropes. Handover, one of the few to make it to this point so far. Now the question, can he get through? And he's definitely struggling and has to go back to the start again. Handover definitely needs to get a lot better swings, and he's probably going to run out of time even if he completes the obstacle, and he has to go back again. There's almost no way he can possibly clear this first stage, and there he goes, down in the water. Eliminated on the first stage. Definitely not happy about that. We now have Arrows XP, who has expressed his anger last time around and definitely wants to get revenge on the 5th obstacle, and definitely wants to reach Bungee Bridge, which is now on stage 2, as that is what took him out last time around. It was previously in the 5th position on this first stage, which is now the Tarzan ropes, which has been very tough. Arrows, though, thinks he can do it. He has done well in the minis. He has the skill and the motivation. Now, can he capitalize off that when it really matters? The pressure could be very strong here on this obstacle. But here he goes. This is where he failed last time around. The 5th obstacle, he gets onto that 2nd rope, just needs the dismount, and yes! Arrows XP is through and misses his first attempt on the warped wall, but definitely can get up, and yes, he's got enough time. Arrows XP, one of the fastest runs we've seen so far this afternoon, and Arrows might be our next clear if he can get up the lumberjack climb, and yes, Arrows XP has become the 4th clear. A great run out of Arrows. We now have Legend Roblox 325, the 35th challenger, who is on this first stage. Another rookie. Let's see if he can become one of our breakout rookies. Doesn't seem to be going the fastest, but as long as he can make it through in the time limit, no. He definitely won't be able to do that as he goes down on the first obstacle. We now have Bebog54, a basketball player for the Lakers, it seems. Let's see if he can use that to his advantage, as he definitely should have enough strength and stamina! No, and he's down on the first obstacle! Bebog! An early exit. We now have Elemental RXBZ, the 37th competitor of the day, with a backpack. Hopefully that doesn't weight down his back. No! It definitely did it, as he goes down on the first obstacle of stage 1. We now have Kalai. Seems to be a fan of the New Orleans Saints. He is a newer competitor to the Roblox Ninja community, although he did get very far into Sasuke Starhammer, making it into the back half of Stage 3. And definitely showing off his speed early on this course, although not taking a very advised strategy on Balance Ball. Could come back to bite him, but he gets through and now is into Broken Bridge. The third obstacle has been fairly tough, but not as difficult as Ankle Climb from last time. And now into Rope Reverse, and he gets through. Tarzan Ropes has been the make or break point so far. Only 4 challengers have completed it, and all 4 have cleared. Kalai trying to keep that streak going. Can he get through? Yes! And Kalai is doing well, needs to get up the warped wall, can't get it on his first attempt, but we've seen a lot of competitors not be able to get it on his first attempt. Misses on his second as well, needs to get up here. Come on, his fourth might be his last attempt to get up. Come on, Kalai. Yes, he gets up, but he needs to hurry. Dragon Glider now. He needs to get down onto the platform. If he can get up quickly, he should be able to clear this first stage. And yes, Kalai, the 5th clear on this first stage, and he's going to stage 2. Now we have Cretacular Bro, the 39th challenger of the afternoon, taking on this first stage. Seems to be wearing an Adidas shirt, which you don't usually see in the Roblox Ninja community. One of the few to actually own one, or at least have one on their avatar. I'm pretty sure he hosts his own competition. It's either called Krasuke or Krei Sasuke or something of the sorts, but anyways, let's see if he can make his way through this first stage. Pushing his way through Rope Reverse, and he seems to have done it. A nice technique on the 4th obstacle. Seems to be one of the competitors who might have a good chance of making it through the Tarzan ropes if he has a good strategy. And he definitely has enough swing, and he gets on the second rope, just needs the dismount. Come on, no! And he comes up short. Coming up a bit short on the dismount of Tarzan ropes, and another competitor down on the first stage. We now have Ganail Dog, the host of Dog Ninja Warrior, which is a sort of well-known competition. Anyways, let's see how he can do on this first stage. He's done well in some competitions, a varying result kind of thing. He has done okay in some, and not the greatest in others. But let's see if he can do well in this one. Really, all that matters is that you clear. It doesn't matter if you get the fastest time, you just need to clear the first stage. And I guarantee you that is on his mind. He's done decent in some of the minis, making it to the second stage once. But Ganail Dog comes down on the first stage, missing the dismount on Rope Reverse, and very upset. You can tell he's very emotional about that one. We now have Sasuke Fan 001, the 41st competitor today. Normally this would be the final episode of Tournament 1. This time we have 100 competitors, and we'll have his second episode airing the runs on this first stage. Stay tuned for more information on that. If you want, you can join the Discord server, which should be in the description below or in the pinned comment. Anyways, let's see how Sasuke Fan can do. Seems to be going very slow on this second obstacle, and somehow doesn't fail, but he overjumps the first step of Broken Bridge, and he's down on this first stage. Definitely not the happiest about that, but he's gonna have to live with it. He should be back next time. Next we have Daryl Slapshot, a very talented builder in the Roblox Ninja community, and has done well in some competitions as well. Let's see how he can do today. Going very quickly through the first two obstacles so far, and he definitely seems to have a good strategy, and definitely looks like it's paying off. Can he make his way through? And Dareel's Slapshot is doing pretty well on this first stage. Now into the rope reverse, which has been sort of tough, but a lot of competitors have figured out exactly how to take on the obstacle. Dareel's Slapshot is one of them, as he's now into the Tarzan ropes. The fifth obstacle almost fails a great save as he gets back onto the start twice. That's his second time doing it. Can he make it through? Gets onto the second rope. We saw Cretacular Bro miss the dismount, but he gets it. And now Dareel's Slapshot might become our next clear. If he can get up the warped wall here, and he does, he needs to go a bit quicker, but he has enough time. Just don't make a silly mistake on Dragon Glider or the Lumberjack Climb, and he should be moving on to the second stage in a few months. And Dareel's Slapshot is moving on to the next stage. And no, you did not time up. Shawn Michaels Fan 125 is our next competitor on this first stage tonight. He is another rookie that we are seeing for the first time. Let's see if his rookie performance can be a good one. As he's taking on the first stage, Shawn Michaels Fan is through the floating steps. Not the quickest, but definitely very efficient. And he's making his way through this first stage, not doing that bad, as he is through the balance ball now, has Broken Bridge in front of him, and he's through that as well, and now into the rope reverse. Some competitors have struggled on this one, but a lot have figured out the strategy to do well on it. Shawn Michaels Fan could be one of them, struggling to gain much momentum, and he's down on the rope reverse. Another competitor struggling on the fourth obstacle, and it takes another one out. We now have Dragon Force 5312. Seems to be some sort of wizard based off his avatar. Let's see if his magical powers can get him through this first stage, as he has done in one of the minis, making it all the way to the Wingnuts on stage 2. And hopefully he can replicate that success this afternoon. Dragon doing well so far on the first stage, as he's making his way through and now into rope reverse, which has been tough, but not the most difficult of obstacles. Much easier than Tarzan ropes, and he gets right through it. A perfect strategy on the obstacle. Took one more swing than really needed, but he gets through either way, and is now into the Tarzan ropes. And he misses! He can't he can't hang on, and he goes down on the fifth obstacle. We now have Skillful Jack 239, who has done very well in Ninja Coolio Warrior. His past two attempts on that course, he has made it to the second stage, if I am correct. And he is now onto the balance ball very quickly through the first obstacle, and now a very good strategy on the second. And he is right through. Definitely, you can tell he is very skilled. Although he went down on the fourth obstacle last time around, here he is on the fourth obstacle this time. Can he make his way through? And Skillful Jack is through that and now into the Tarzan ropes. Let's see how he will handle this. We've seen it be very difficult today. Not a lot of competitors have been able to figure it out. Although Skillful Jack right through, and now can he get up the warped wall? Yes, he can. Skillful Jack hoping to become our sixth clear. Can he make his way through on Dragon Glider? He can. Now just needs to get up the Lumberjack Climb. And Skillful Jack, our sixth clear. And he is going to the second stage alongside Bowling Ninja, Noxie, Stav of Fear, Arrows, and Dareel's Slapshot. and we'll see him a few months from now in the third episode. Now we have Owen, our 46th run, nearing the end of the episode. We have a few runs left after this, but he is one of the last. Owen trying to become the 7th clear. We still can get to 10 clears if everyone left actually clears the course, but that is a very high demand to ask for. But definitely possible. Owen might be the 7th if he keeps this up, and he is right through. And now into Tarzan ropes, doing some nice spins. Definitely very nice spins there. But now into the Tarzan ropes. This is a very tough obstacle that has shown it so far, and he can't get to the second rope. He loses his grip on the rope and goes down before he can grab on the second. And very disappointing. We now have Dre4905, our 47th competitor on this first stage. Definitely has a lot of experience, and he can definitely do very well if he puts his mind to it. Let's see how he can do on this first stage. We've seen 6 clears so far. Dre hoping to be the 7th. Our most recent was Skillful Jack 239, who previously went down on the 4th obstacle, so he definitely can get a lot better, and he's doing pretty well. And Dre is now on to the Tarzan ropes, which has been the toughest obstacle so far this time around, and he goes down on the 5th obstacle. He overshoots the rope platform and he goes down in the water. And now we have Cyrus08UK, one of the better mobile players in the Roblox Ninja community. Let's see if he can do well on this course as well, following along with that bacon hair trend on Roblox, if you can really call it a trend anymore. It's really just a normal thing. But anyways, he's doing well on this first stage. So far, it's been flawless, and is now into rope reverse. This might be tougher considering he does not have shift lock, so he has to go in first person on the rope obstacles, but he gets right through and is now into Tarzan ropes. An obstacle that has been difficult for everyone. You don't think that Cyrus would be able to do much better, especially on a mobile device, but can he do it either way? He gets on the second rope and needs the dismount, and yes! Cyrus, the 7th to complete Tarzan ropes, and is up the warped wall on his first try. Cyrus just needs to get through these final 2 obstacles, and he is getting through the Dragon Glider, just needs to get up Lumberjack Climb to be the 7th clear, and yes! A mobile competitor has done better than most of the field. A very nice accomplishment for Cyrus, and he is going to the second stage alongside the other 6. We now have Duckmaster 11211. Nowadays in the community, well, he's not really even in it, but at the time he was a decently well-known competitor. Anyways, let's see how he can do on this first stage. Duck hasn't really competed in the minis, so not knowing really what to expect here, but he's doing fairly well on this first stage. Now rope reverse, this one might be tough considering he hasn't tried it before, and yes, it is. He goes down on rope reverse. A bit confused, but he definitely did not really know how that one worked. And we're now on our final competitor. It's Sour Watermelon 101. And, yes, the world says hello back to you. Let's see if he can do well. Our final attempt, hoping to be the 8th clear. We can't get to 10 this time around, but 8 will still be good, much better than last time. And seems to be going a bit slow. Now into the broken bridge, the 3rd obstacle, and he overshoots the 5th bridge. And he's down, and that'll end the first episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. I'm Rising, and peace out.